Hello, hello. What is up, everybody? It's going good, Mr. Chang. How you doing? Hey, Sanvi. What is up? What's up, Sudit? Oh shoot, I just dropped my tea bag in the tea. It's hot. It's hot. How is everyone doing? Oh, I forgot to rename this. It's not actually 15, isn't it? It's 16. I thought that was numero 16. This is protein synthesis quiz. And I guess Unit 6. What? I'm not going to name it that. Let's just leave it there. Leave it as is. Unit office hours number 16. Alrighty then. Mr. Jang, you were on a bus this morning. Had a dude who came up to the window while we were at an intersection, and he kicked the door, cracking it. Well, that guy sounds like he's got some issues. You know what? So there will be, I believe Miss Lerner has a stream today coming up. I do not know, I am not aware of any other teachers doing streams today. I am not aware, so I don't know, maybe it's possible, but I haven't heard anything. All I know is that I'm doing one right now for an hour or two, and then Miss Lerner is probably going to pop one on at about 8, I think, so like in a half hour. Miss Lerner will kind of do a stream because she's got her genetics exam tomorrow. I'm popping on here for a protein synthesis quiz, and then also for if any APES students have questions about the Unit 6 exam, which is on Monday. So kind of a little double dipping for me. But as far as other than me and Miss Lerner, no, I'm not sure. Not sure. Slayer, I possibly I will play with you, but it's not right now because I can't play. I feel like Rainbow Six is too distracting, and I do want to answer some questions for the quiz tomorrow or the exam. So I'll probably hold off and just sort of chill with RimWorld right now, which is not something that requires complete attention. And if I have time, after around 8:30 or 9, once I kind of finish up with this, I'll pop on if you're still around. So let me know if you're still up and around. But let's go ahead and get some situations here back on the Mr. Jones clan. Oh. Mr. Penev is asking if you want to play CSGO with him. Alright, I forget where I was at here with my clan situation. Oh, I was low on food. Not super low. I got some crops coming along. A little bit of corn growing and some potato. It's at 40% growth. That's true. Sanvi, your profile pic is outdated. You need to switch that Santa hat to something more like a I don't know, what would be appropriate for this time of year? Maybe a this time of year, like January. There's not much going on, holiday wise, seasonally. Gotta tell Mr. Penev that I'm streaming in case he messages me something inappropriate for stream. Uh, uh, um, let's see. Oh, Andrew, you play what's it called? Rainbow Six? Nice. I'm hoping I'll be able to play in a bit. All right, what else is going on here? Let's see. What up, Ran? Ran's in the house. Tanish, what's up, my dude? Sudate, you got a question? So the main points will be mainly translation, transcription, replication, right? Anything else? Well, I mean, it depends. I think for my quiz, I'm not really going to cover DNA replication too much, but I believe for other teachers, replication is for sure a topic on the quiz. For me, it's mainly going to be protein synthesis, which is transcription and translation. So it depends. I think it depends on what your teacher is emphasizing. I think it's a little bit different for different teachers for this quiz. I know for myself, it's just basically 3 topics: protein synthesis, which includes transcription and translation, and then a little bit about gene expression, right? The idea of like how do cells, what does that even mean? Like how cells can turn genes on and off, versus like genes, and also like some of the factors that would turn them off, like genetics versus environment. So that's where I'm going to be at with my quiz, but I'm not 100% sure where other teachers are going to be at. But it's safe to say you should probably know DNA replication if you spent a lot of time on it in your class. I'm pretty sure GAN is going to have a little bit of replication. Okay. Wow, looks like my batteries are getting fully charged here. Maybe I'll build an extra battery right there. Actually, let's see. Can I slide that thing in here? Just saving some space. A couple extra batteries just to store up some massive power. Charvy, for the quiz tomorrow, it's on 3A to 3C from the genetics resource page. Let me pull it up. I don't remember it off the top of my head. So I gotta pull it up. But I believe that you are correct. But I want to double check just in case. Let's see, the resource guide. You know, dude, I hate the search function on Google Drive. I'm not the biggest fan. It doesn't work that well, from my experience. Like, I'll search something and I'll get like weird results, and like, it doesn't really seem appropriate. Get it together, Google Drive. Let me pull this up. Oh, that's why. All right, let's see. Good. You'll need to know 3. There's definitely some things that we don't need to know in that, like specific details. But yeah, basically like 3A through 3F. Because you do need to know about mutations. Charlie, you said 3A to 3C, but don't forget about 3D, which is all about mutations, which we talked about. And then also 3E and 3F are about gene expression, which we talked about too. Now, if you look in the unit guide, the resource guide, if you have it right now, it's a good idea to bring it up because it's actually maybe a good thing to do. So bring up your unit guide. Let me pop it over here. This is a good little thing to do. So let's pop up the unit guide. So let's take a look here. So if you look at the unit guide, let me zoom in on this guy. So we don't start until 3A, right? So we do need to know what DNA is like, what its structure is, because basically that is the basis for protein synthesis. It's what all the information is encoded in. So you have to know the structure of DNA and chromosomes and understand that that's the starting point for protein synthesis. And then if you keep going down to 3B, genes are expressed through the process of protein synthesis. 3C, proteins can lead to traits by making up structures or interacting with other molecules. So you do need to know transcription and translation, all the parts of that we talked about in that process. And you should know some functions of proteins for sure. Describe the process of how DNA codes for proteins through protein synthesis. So you do need to know boxes 3A, 3B, and 3C. If you go to 3D, you definitely need to know mutations because we did talk about those. The difference between like the insertion, deletion, substitution. You should know all those. You should kind of understand a little bit about how mutations occur, right? Different factors that might lead to a mutation. So things that are in the environment like, I don't know, radiation, exposure to different chemicals, but also the fact that a mutation can occur when you have an error in DNA replication as well. So you can have mutations occurring for a couple different reasons, either environmentally or interiorly, like within the cell during a regular cell process of replication. You should definitely know that too. And then if you go down to, let me check, make sure. Slayer, what is gene expression? I'll talk about gene expression in a second, Slayer, give me one sec. Leanna, you're here because you're enjoying the company of your peers in the chat. And you also have a BioQuiz, that's true. What else is up here? Ansh, why would you mind telling me if the quiz will cover only everything from the temp check, or is there anything else that I'm missing? Ansh, I'm going over everything right now. I'm kind of covering your question for sure. Tanish, in mutations, what is it called when more than just a few nucleotides are changed? When it isn't a point, that would be considered a frame shift? I think you're talking about frame shift mutations, right? So a point mutation is when just like a single nucleotide is mutated, added, deleted, or substituted, whereas a frame shift is when it's more than one. And that causes the whole reading frame to get kind of pushed away into a weird situation where the whole protein can get messed up. Um, this quiz is not CBA. Charby, good question. And Ansh, there is no A level. This is a very basic quiz. It's 20 questions. There's going to be some matching, multiple choice, some fill in the blank. You have to do a little bit of transcription and translation, and no A level. So it's a little mini quiz, I guess you could call it, so to speak. All right, let's move down to 3E and 3F, and this is where I'll answer your question, Slayer, about what is gene expression. So if you look at 3E and 3F, there's some terms in here that you don't need to know because we didn't cover the details, the specifics. So for example, like you don't need to know pre-mRNA. Actually, you don't need to know, you don't need to know for my class, for the B111 gang. Wait, is this the right way? Is that it? Yeah, that's the right way. The B111 gang, you don't need to know any of the terms in either box except gene expression. The other ones we did not cover this year. We did not go into that level of detail, so you don't need to know them. On the right side, there's questions. How do cells regulate gene expression? What is epigenetics? No. The first two questions you don't need to know. This is what you need to know. How can the environment affect gene expression and traits? So the PowerPoint that we did, where we looked at skin color and lactose intolerance or lactase persistence. Think about those specific case studies. And so, Slayer, just to answer your question, what is gene expression? Gene expression is essentially when a gene is being used to make a protein. So when protein synthesis is actually happening on a gene, with a gene. So for example, a gene could be switched on or off. So if a gene is being expressed, that means it's turned on, and therefore it's being used to make a protein. And so it would be used during the process of protein synthesis. So it would go through transcription and translation. And that's just sort of the basics of gene expression. We didn't go into all the different factors for how you turn genes on and off specifically. We just talked about the fact that they can be turned on and off depending on the environment and your genetics. But as far as the details, like that you see some of these terms over here, like epigenetics, RNA interference, transcription factors, splicing, we did not deal with those things. So but that's it on here, and then we're not going to get into 4A. So 4, this is all next week. 4A, B, and C. This is all next week when we get into biotech stuff. But for this quiz, just it's 3A. It's all the 3s, 3A through 3F, minus some of those things I told you in this area that you didn't need to know. But other than that, that's about it. No short answer. Light Fiend, would CRISPR be considered a type of DNA recombination technology? Good question. Would CRISPR be a DNA recombination technology? I guess maybe technically, because CRISPR is able to basically edit your DNA, right? By, changing the sequence, inserting things, deleting things, adding sequences. So you're making edits to it, but I don't know if it's really, because recombinant DNA is where you take a piece of DNA from one organism and you insert it into the DNA of another organism, like a gene from one organism, put it into the DNA of another organism so that the other organism now expresses a new gene and is making a protein that it would not have normally make. It doesn't naturally exist in that organism. So you're kind of like basically creating a hybrid, a genetic hybrid. Whereas CRISPR, you're actually able to program CRISPR to just change the sequence. Does that make sense? You're changing the sequence, which is not really recombining. So maybe it wouldn't technically fall under that. It's kind of its own category. If I remember, I think that makes sense. Sanvi, Ansh, you asked, could you please repeat if the test is completely, it's not completely multiple choice. No short answer, but there's fill in the blanks and a little bit of transcription and translation that you might have to do. Tanish, would CRISPR be considered as something that mutates our DNA? No, because if you think about what a mutation is, when it's like accidental. So a mutation is when something occurs in your DNA that is accidental, and CRISPR is not an accident. It's like an actual, like intention thing. Like a human created this CRISPR gene, or not gene, sorry, because CRISPR device. I don't know exactly. Actually, I forgot. I have to look into that a little bit more before we teach biotech next week. But basically, CRISPR is this thing, and humans can program it to change the DNA in any way they want, which is an intentional thing. It's not like it's a mutation, which is just completely random. So when you think about a mutation, it's random. CRISPR is not random because a human is actually programming it in such a way so it changes the DNA for a desired effect. So it's not really a mutation. Charby, there's not going to be a word bank for fill in the blank. You're going to have to remember stuff from your brain. Hey Jasmine, what's up? You were absent on Tuesday. You were. Did I miss anything important on Tuesday? Tuesday was all about gene expression. So I did a PowerPoint on gene expression, and we took some notes in class. So what you should do is you should look, actually, and this is something I should do, I need to put it in the locker on School Loop, that little PowerPoint that we used. I'm going to pop it in the locker really quickly, so give me one sec. But yeah, Jasmine, you should look at that PowerPoint a little bit. It's all about gene expression. Wait, did I put one in there recently? That's an old one. We don't want that one. So there's a PowerPoint I just put in the locker called Gene Expression Case Studies 2019. That's the one that you want to take a look at. That's the one I used this year in class. How is radiation able to mutate our DNA? Good question. So radiation has a lot of energy. So radiation is when particles with high amounts of energy are traveling through the air, they can pass into our bodies and strike the DNA in our cells, and literally the energy is transferred from the particle to the DNA, and it can break the DNA. It can literally shatter parts of the backbone of the DNA and cause bases to get deleted. It could also potentially change a base. It's just sort of messing with the DNA by just putting a lot of energy into it in a chaotic sort of way, completely randomly. Which is why you want to avoid radiation, because you don't want to sit there and have your DNA get constantly bombarded with this high energy, causing all this damage. And then the other thing is that when you cause damage from radiation, you have to repair that damage, and then there's always a risk for DNA polymerase to make an error when it's repairing it. Alright, everyone's kind of asleep now, right? So I want to... oh yeah, I was having people make clothes. I wanted to make some parkas. It's getting cold outside. It's 2 degrees Celsius outdoors, which is basically freezing. But I got heaters going on inside, which makes it nice and cozy. Work speed penalty, bad temperature. Do these all have work speed penalties? Okay, so should I put heaters in these bad boys? Actually, you know what I should do? I should put a... vent in here. And then move this heater into one of these rooms. And then put some heaters everywhere. Dang, dude, I made this one too tiny. Heater. I guess I put a heater right there. What's up, Arushi? How are you? These guys are just chilling out here. I don't think they have much good stuff to trade. I need to fast forward. Get this thing moving. Low food. Alright, I need to hunt because my crops are still a ways away. Tanish, why do bases A and T form 2 hydrogen bonds and the bases G and C create 3 hydrogen bonds? That, my dude, is a little bit too technical for this class. It's a chemistry thing. It's just the way the molecule, the shape of the molecule and the elements that make up the molecule. It's just the way that they form connections with the other side, with the other base. There's just 3 available molecules to form bonds. So it's a chemistry thing, and it's not really important for this class. Should not hunt the cougar because it's too much into the chemistry of it, and we don't need to know that. All you need to know is that yes, it does form 3 bonds, and the others form 2. But other than that, don't worry about like knowing the minor details of it. You could probably look it up online if you're really interested in actually knowing that answer, because I don't think I know even the chemistry of it to that level. Like what are the properties of the molecules that allow it to form 3 versus 2? Oh wow, look at all this. What's on this up here? These muffalos. Getting some muffalo meat. What's up, Meenakshi? Thanks for stopping in. Are both of these attacking? Uh-oh. This guy's about to get just absolutely mauled by a sloth. I need you to run away. Can you outrun him? Not anymore, now that you just gotten absolutely destroyed. Oh, see, this is the problem with hunting. It's like half the time the things I'm hunting just attack, which is so stupid because, like, come on, dude. If you get shot, you should just straight up die. Oh my god. Okay, I might have to reload. Things are getting out of hand. I don't know, Ansh. It says it's not safe. That sounds like an issue with your computer, maybe. The DNA presentation. The first presentation in the DNA section. Let me see what that is. Let me take a look. I can't remember what presentation that is. Oh, the DNA discovery and structure. Yeah, you know, that one. So that one is that PowerPoint goes into some details on how DNA was discovered that we actually don't need to know for the class. It's an older PowerPoint that I used to teach that I don't really use anymore. So as far as like the structure of DNA, kind of rely on, if you look at the bottom, use that one. That's the 2019 one that I used in class. The very last one that says structure of DNA. Let me actually delete that one. It looks like it's a corrupted one anyways, because it looks like Charvy's getting the same issue. So, what's up, Nyanika? Cheers. Thanks for stopping in. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a little bit. Meenakshi, no A level. Multiple choice and fill in the blanks. Yeah. Man, alright, we'll see what happens here. I think, dude, these freaking sloths, I'm not a fan of how just absolutely crazy they go. Now it basically just ruins my entire game. And it makes me restart, unless they'll just calm down. No, they're too, like, and they're too strong. Like, it has a gunshot to the head, the skull, the jaw, the tail. Basically 3 of its 4 legs. And yet it's still, like, going. And it's still not even close to dying if you look at its overall health. So, I don't even know. I'm reloading. Reloading. So I guess what I should do when I do hunting is basically not hunt mega sloths, because they will just destroy everybody in their path, and just stick to the alpacas. A couple of alpacas. I think these guys are easy, these boomalopes. So yeah, they have 2% chance. Mega sloths I think have a higher percent chance. What is happening over here? Some sort of fire is breaking out. Oh, all my heaters went away. I gotta fix that. And then I was gonna put a vent in here. So I don't need to use two heaters. I can just vent this so that both rooms equalize. And then I'll need a heater in here. Oh yeah, and I wanted to build a couple batteries right there. Busy with swim meets, yeah. Let's see, tomorrow? Yeah, you can drop by tomorrow. Let's see. The problem is tomorrow I'm actually pretty packed. I have PT after school. I have a rehearsal for one of my Saturday Night Live sketches at lunch. I don't know if you're free at tutorial, you could stop by. That's probably the best, tutorial. Santiago, where are you? Are you actually doing effective hunting? Why are you shooting from so far away, dude? Okay. What else do I need to do? Research. Things are working on research. Let's speed up the time here. Meenakshi, do we need to know anything about the case studies on gene expression? Yeah, you should kind of know a little bit about them. You should kind of remember what we talked about with the idea of why some people are lactose intolerant versus others aren't, how skin color is related to gene expression. Like, you should kind of understand them at the level we discussed in class, for sure. And if you need to review that, I put that PowerPoint in the locker, in the protein synthesis folder, under Unit 3, Genetics. I need more colonists so I can do like more tasks. Because like this Scrooge is basically just cooking meat all day. Santiago is basically hunting all day. And then what is Jake doing? My new recruit. Where are you, dude? What are you doing, Jake? Why are you cooking as well, man? That's not your job, bro. Jake. No, why are you cooking? You are a doctor first. What's your research sitch? You can be a researcher. What else are you good at, dude? Not much, man. You got not many skills, do you? You're also a creepy breather. Jake breathes heavily all the time and sweats constantly. People find it creepy. Dude. Also has a chemical interest. Jake has an unusual interest in chemical sources of enjoyment. He will consume more of them, and if not already addicted to any drug and satisfied, will sometimes go on social drug binges. He will ignore directives to not use pleasurable drugs. Alright, so he's a junkie. He's a creepy junkie. But he's also a jogger, actually. Do you notice that? He's also a jogger. Jake always moves with a sense of urgency, so much that others often fail to keep up. He's a creepy druggie who likes to jog. Alright, Jake, you're an interesting character. Yeah, it's a little quiet today. Because it's not really like an official kind of thing. This is like not every teacher has a test or a quiz, so it's pretty quiet. And I don't think it was highly publicized. All quiet on the office hours front tonight. Will my room be open tomorrow? No, it'll be locked. It'll be locked. But I'll be back at like, it usually doesn't last the whole lunch. Usually it's like maybe half of lunch, maybe a little more than half, I would say. Let's see, compared to a normal quiz, will the normal test with a quiz be easier? It's shorter, it has less questions, and doesn't have an A level. At least for my quiz. At least for my quiz. No A level. But I mean, easier. I mean, the questions are the same style as I normally ask, so it's going to be the same difficulty in terms of the question style and the question challenge. But it just would be a little bit shorter. It's only covering 3 weeks of material, so there's less overall material as an exam. So in that sense, it might be a little bit easier. But the questions themselves aren't necessarily inherently easier per se. Similar style. Peace talks. What's this quest? Baka Bray. Baka Bray, chief of coalition of Cheta, has sent us a message. He wants to talk with us in a nearby location. It could be a great opportunity to improve relations with their faction and receives gifts. But beware, a poor negotiator can cause more harm than good and may even anger them. The offer will expire in 25 days. Where do you want me to go, man? Over there? Peace talks. I'm interested. Who's my best negotiator? Who's got the best social skills? Santiago, let's look at your bio. You have no social skills. You're disabled. Your social skills are disabled. Alright, what about Jake? What's your social skills, man? Dude. Ooh, actually not bad. He's a skilled professional. 10. That's actually pretty good. Scrooge, you're also a 10. Do I need to send one person? Or maybe I send both of them. Double up. But the problem is Scrooge is ugly. It subtly repels others during social interactions. So maybe I don't send Scrooge and I send Jake. But he's creepy though. Here's the question. They both have the same social skills. One's creepy and one's ugly. Who should I send? Who do you think would be a better negotiator? A creepy guy or an ugly guy? The other thing to consider is age. Jake is 38, whereas Scrooge is 59. Scrooge is also very neurotic, so he's always nervous. But he's also caring. asking what a promoter is. Neonica, promoter is a region of DNA that initiates transcription of a particular gene. Yeah, so I didn't really talk about promoters in my class, but Neonica, you nailed it. Like if I have a gene, right? Let's say like I have a strand of DNA and there's a gene, there's a section of DNA, there's a gene. So a promoter is a region just next to the gene, just like right next to where the gene is, that tells the DNA polymerase, the RNA polymerase, where to start transcription. It promotes transcription, so to speak. It's broken down. This thing broke. Okay, hopefully that gets repaired. Someone will repair that automatically. All right, so I'm going to send all right, let me go back out to, how do I zoom out to the world view? Oh, there it is. So I want to form a caravan. Okay, who's going? Jake. You're going to go. "27 tiles per day is the movement speed." And why don't you take the dog with you? Estimated travel time, 0.34 days. Oh. I don't even need to take food. You can get there and back, bro, in one day. And then come back. So let's see what happens here. Choose out. Accept. I've never done this before. Your caravan has no food and will become hungry. Are you sure you want to? They'll be fine because it's just one day. Sanvi, a frame shift. Let's see if Arthur helped you out. Arthur trying to explain a frame shift to Sanvi. I think it is when a nucleotide gets added or deleted accidentally, shifting the entire sequence off by one after that point. That is correct. A frame shift is when the sequence gets shifted. So the only kind of mutation that does not cause a frame shift is a substitution. But an insertion or a deletion will actually cause a frame shift. All right, let's confirm this. Jake and Laura, you're off to the... What are you doing, dude? Orders visit peace talk. Oops. If I zoom in, can I zoom in on this area? I don't know how to zoom in, but we'll see what happens when Jake gets there. Dude, Jake, you better not blow these peace talks, my dude. You just joined our clan, and I'm trusting you on a peace talk mission. This is risky business. This is... I may regret this. He may blow it with his creepy breathing. He may show up and be like, so, I want to have peace talks. And be like, never mind. We out. Peace talks triumph. The talks were a great triumph. Delegates connected quickly on a personal level and came to truly see each other's perspectives on the most difficult issues of the day. Relations with Coalition of Cheta have improved by 110. As your caravan departed, Coalition of Cheta offered you a gift, a wooden mace, flak pants, and a rhinoceros leather t-shirt. Ooh, and that's masterwork too. That rhino t-shirt, I want to get me a rhino leather t-shirt. Can you imagine? Can you imagine I come to school and I have a rhino leather t-shirt on? Just bawling with a rhino leather. Meanwhile, that's probably like super environmentally unfriendly and like illegally poached leather. Jake gained 6,000 social experience. Relations with the Cheta have become very close. They now consider you an ally. Allies will sometimes arrive to help fight your enemies when you are under attack. You can also call them for help at any time at a cost of goodwill. You've become allies because your goodwill plus 80 has risen past plus 75. If goodwill fails below 0, relations will turn to neutral. Okay. Come on back, dude. What are you waiting for, man? There you go. I'll see you back at the site. Alright, what a mess. Charby, what happens when you have a sequence and it gets mutated and the start codon appears again in the middle of the sequence? That is a mutation we shall never talk about. That's funny. So what happens? Nothing really, Charby. Basically, if you think about it, what is a start codon? It's also known as a methionine. So a start codon is also an amino acid. So what will happen is that start codon will just be a methionine. So you'll have this weird different amino acid in place, but it wouldn't act as a start codon at that point because there's a start codon before it already where the thing would start, and so as it goes along and it gets to that now start codon, it would just put a methionine there. Are we out of sandstone? We need to mine sandstone. Just mine all of this, man. We need a ton of sandstone because I want to make sandstone paths. What happened? Oh, Jesus. What's going on here? Scrooge. Extinguish. Dude. Extinguish. Shoot. Oh no, hold on. Alright, good. That was close. What's up, Light Fiend? Do I want to play R6 and 20 mins? Sure. Sounds good to me. I'll play a little Rainbow Six and 20 mins. I should actually check to make sure it's downloaded. Okay, it's good to go. What's going on with my power situation here? Oh shoot, that heater is not working. Am I running out of power again? Sonvi, what if the stop codon appears in the middle of a sequence, then there's still codons after that? Will it just stop or something else? Yeah, it would just stop. It would just stop. The protein would end up being way too short. Charvi, would that be a nonsense mutation though? Yeah, nonsense. The chicken horse game. The chicken horse game is actually pretty fun. I like playing that with Mr. Penev. Mr. Penev and I have been playing CS:GO. We've been playing the Danger Zone mode on Counter-Strike, the one where you have it's like battle royale style. It's actually really fun. It's like it's kind of like Fortnite, but way more like it's not as over the top. You don't have 100 people. You've got only like 18 people in the match, and you don't have as much weapons and ammo. You have to be very strategic. So it's kind of a cool. It's fun. It's been fun. Let's look what's going on here. We got an eclipse. One of the moons of this planet has orbited in front of the sun. An eclipse has begun. Cool. Transport pod. Wait, a factory worker named Hamster is crashing in a transport pod nearby. If she survives the impact, she will be badly wounded. Hamster is not affiliated with any faction. You can rescue her and hope she joins freely or capture her for recruitment or slavery purposes. Okay. Jake's cameraman has arrived, I know. A fault in electric conduit causes short. Oh, all of my energy discharged. That's why I lost all my batteries. God dang it. And then a factory worker. Oh, I need to go here. Please tell me you're alive. She died. Dude, why do they always die when they crash? Can you just survive? I need more people in my clan, man. I need more people in the colony. I can't just survive with 3 people. Tristan, will there be a section with doing like the deletion, insertion, and substitution? There'll be a section where you have to do a transcription and translation and identify what kind of mutation has occurred in a second sequence that I post or that I put on the test. So you'll probably need to be able to handle mutations in a transcription translation kind of scenario and describe what the mutation was, what the effect was, like that kind of thing. Lifing, my username, I think it's Mr. Jones MV. Yeah. How many questions are on the quiz? There are 21 questions. Didn't I have another? Oh, cool! It has stats and stuff. My overall wealth is slowly climbing. Santiago, inspired creation. Santiago has experienced an inspiration. The next item, art, or furniture she creates will be two quality levels higher than it would otherwise be. This even allows the creation of legendary items. The inspiration will end after 8 days or when the creation is completed. Oh, okay. What should I have her make? She's researching right now. I don't really have anything. Oh, I don't have any power anywhere because of that short circuit situation. Well, little sculptures. Wait, is she artistic? Not really. Crafting includes weapons, components, and refined resources. Well, she has a passion. She's interested in art, but she's better at crafting weapons, components, and refined resources. How do I have her make a weapon? Oh, I can't yet because I have to get my machining down. That's not completely researched. I think I should be able to finish researching this within 8 days, and then maybe I'll have her make a gun or something. There we go. That's what I'll do. So mutagens and carcinogens are things that cause either cancer or mutation. So a mutagen causes mutations. So it could be like X-rays, certain chemicals, things like that. Other kinds of radiation. A carcinogen is something that can lead to cancer. So typically most carcinogens are also mutagens, but not all mutagens are carcinogens. So it's possible for something to cause a mutation but not cause cancer. But they're highly connected because cancer is usually caused by a mutation. Alright, let's get this research done so I can make a master gun. Now we're running, how are we doing on 69% grown, 65% grown. My crops are getting on their way. My electricity has been a real problem lately. What's that? That's limestone. Oh, a raid? A group of pirates is going to raid me? Where are you at? Oh, just one dude. Frenchie. Alright, Frenchie, bring it. I ain't scared of you. I'm not scared of someone named Frenchie. Absolutely in no way, shape, or form is that a name that makes me quake in my boots. Frenchie. Alright, Santiago, you're gonna help me out drafting you. Where's this Frenchie dude? Alright, Frenchie, bring it. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, what is this? Refugee chased at Jonestown. A con artist named UG calls you from nearby. He's being chased by outlanders from Lanusia. He begs for safety and offers to join your colony. He tells you he's 74 years old, but there's no time to collect more information. If you want to accept, you have to fight off the outlanders. There's compose of one town guard. Okay. I have to offer safety. I need more people. But that means I'm going to fight 2 people here. Alright, Santiago. I want you to come right here. Oh, headshot. Poof. Alright, stop. He's not dead, right? He's not dead. We can, here's what we're gonna do. Alright, guys, we're gonna capture this guy. He decided to attack us. We're gonna build a prison. Structure, build, let's do some walls. Like, where's my prison gonna be? What's your question, actually? Why doesn't your skin cells produce adrenaline when you see a car rushing towards you? So that was part of that little worksheet that we did. And remember, your skin cells are not do not have the gene that produces adrenaline expressed. So only your adrenal glands, which is very specific parts of your body, will produce the adrenaline hormone, which is a protein. So those parts have that gene turned on. Your skin cells do not need adrenaline, so they do not have that gene turned on. It's not expressed. Alright, I need to build like a little place. Just gonna build it over here. It's gonna have a door in the middle. It's gonna have concrete floors. It's gonna have a roof. And it's gonna have a bed in it. And that's it. Oh shoot, I forgot there's another raid coming. Alright. Dude, quit it. Oh. Oh, I can't have my panther attack. Dude, oh my god, this is not good news here. God. Where is... I only have one gun in this entire colony. What is he doing? What are you doing, dude? Where are you taking him? Or her, rather. Dude, mess this dude up. Okay. He's dead. Santiago, Jake, I need you to rescue him. I've got 2 guns now. Scrooge, you got hit. This needs to be turned into a medical bed. Oh yeah, you don't need to be. Well, what are you good at? Oh dang, son, you're a strong social master. Artistic, good with animals. To train them. Okay. I need to build you a bed though. I think I want to play Rainbow Six actually now. But I just need to get things settled here because I don't want to forget where I left off next time I play this game. Medical emergency. People are at risk of death because of severe illness. Jake, you're just being a hero right now. You're sleeping on the floor. Oh, he died. I didn't get a chance to help him. Too much went down. Oh well. Next time. Alright, I'm gonna save it. Save. Oh. Okay. Time to do a little Rainbow Six Siege. Alright, I'm gonna play. I'll get on right now. Oh, wait a minute. Preparing to launch in 2 hours. Oh, it looks like it didn't actually completely finish installing. Man, alright, looks like I'm not going to be able to play Light Fiend. It's going to take too long. It still has, I only have like 20% install. That's a giant game, so it's going to take forever to download and install, and it's not going to be finished in time. So, that's a no-go for me, unfortunately. I thought I had installed, because the last time I went to play it, I thought I had clicked install, and it didn't actually work very well, apparently. It must be that every time I open Steam, I don't think Steam installs games as you play other games, so I've never just left Steam open to allow it to install. That's the issue that happened. I mean, it's going down a little bit, but it's still at 144. It looks like it's leveling out at about 144. An hour and 45 minutes. Yeah. I don't even know how to add you on Uplay, though. Wouldn't I just add you on Steam? Why do you need to be added on Uplay? I guess next time I'll have it installed. Oh, okay. It uses, okay, Uplay for party system. Okay. Well, next time. So what now then, huh? It's been, how long have I been on? An hour and 15? Okay. What do I want to do? Let's see. Chicken horse? I guess I could play a little bit of Ultimate Chicken Horse. I don't see why not. What's up, Kapalua? I didn't see that. I saw you say hi earlier, and I forgot to say hi back. You want me to play Fortnite, Nyonica? Man, I haven't played Fortnite in several fortnights. It's been that long. Do I consider myself an easy or a hard teacher? I'd probably say, I don't know, I think if you were to ask in general, I would say I lean on the easier side. Probably. I think if you were to take the consensus amongst students. Oh, Sanvi, you don't need to know what epigenetics are. It's something I used to teach about gene expression, but I'm not worried about you knowing it this year. Do not worry about it. You can cross it off. Yeah, I don't know. I've gotten I've sort of changed my gamings lately. I kind of fell off of Fortnite. Fell off the bandwagon. Just join any game here. Remember the controls. Oh yeah, space is jump. Shift is speed. Yeah, Nyonica, I know. I know it's like your favorite. Yeah, you don't need to know pre-RNA zombie. Alright, let's see how this works. I forget this. Oh yeah, you build stuff. Dude, see, I couldn't place mine because no one was placing theirs. How did he get up there? How did that guy fit through that little hole? I don't understand how that guy got through that gap. What happens to the mRNA after translation? It can be reused. It can be used again by a ribosome to do another sort of translation step, or it could be broken down. The cell could break it down and just get rid of it. Ah. So there's two options. Either the mRNA gets reused again, or it gets broken down and recycled. Oh, I'm not that good at this game. Okay. Oh my god, jumped right into that thing. My favorite food is Thai food. I love Thai food. Dude. I don't even know what this thing is that I just picked up. Ansh, do you need to memorize protein types? You should know some functions of proteins, yes. Yeah, you should be aware that there's like structural proteins. Dude, I don't, this game, for me, like, I get really panicked and I can't like just chill out. I'll like jump onto a ledge and then like I panic and try and like jump again for some reason instead of just chilling. But yeah, you should know like different protein types. So like, you should know that there's enzymes. You know, you should know that there's proteins that transport things across the membrane. Proteins are important in the immune system with like antibodies. I don't know what this plant does, actually. Dude, I'm so bad. So bad. I haven't got a single point. I've been teaching at MD. This is my 8th year, actually. So I've taught full 7 years, and this is my 8th. Damn, dude, that guy's really good, whoever that is. Ugh. Rookie numbers? How do you... I just have to let that... I can't really change that, man. I wish I could make time go faster. Actually, I don't. I don't want time to speed up, because then you just miss out on stuff. I would say 8 years is not considered rookie anymore, by the way. I would say rookie is like less than 4 years. Like 2 or 3 years, then you become like at least a little bit seasoned. 8 years, I'd say you're considered getting into that veteran mode. Oh, I'm not paying attention. Okay, so this is a speed run one. Okay. Ah. This is hard. Clearly this guy's played a lot. This, whatever, Mahargis guy. I can't get the jump right. Actually, I think technically a veteran teacher is considered a teacher who's been teaching for over 10 years. 10 or more years. So I'm like close. I'm what they would call like, I don't know what you would call me. Kapalua. Thanks, I appreciate that about my lectures. Who did you have for bio? Oh shoot, I was late on that one. Did you have bio when you this year? Like when? I don't even know if when you had bio. This is too hard, man. I'm not good enough to play these kinds of like crazy maps. Why did it stop? It stopped. I don't know why I stopped sliding there. Oh yeah, and Miss Moore 2 years ago. Miss Moore doesn't teach bio this year. I don't know what happened right there. Mr. Chang, your friend is about to enlist in the Marines, so I've been sending him crayons since once a day until he leaves for the basic training in April. Why? Well, I don't get it. What is he gonna do with crayons? Crayons. The office hours will end soon. I think it's 9 o'clock. It's been an hour and a half. I usually end around like between an hour and a half and 2 hours. Dang it. Marines are also nicknamed crayon eaters. If you Google U.S. Marine Corps crayon, you'll see. Oh, interesting. I did not know that, and I'll have to look that up because I don't really get it. Crayon eaters? I had a real issue with eating crayons when I was a kid. Probably explains why I'm so weird. Oh my god, I just died straight up. Oh, what? You die by that thing? Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to eat crayons, man. I don't know why. I just kind of like the waxiness of them, and it was like something to chew on, I guess. The Marines are known as the childish part of the military, specifically the infantry, so the crayons are relative to children and stuff. Oh, okay. I get it, because they're the infantry. Bunch of infants. Shoot, am I stuck here at this point? I grew out of my crayon eating phase though. I don't eat them anymore. Except on my cheat days. On the weekends, I'll have a few crayons. I'll pop a couple Crayolas. It's my cheat food. Can you imagine? Your cheat day was like, what's your cheat food? Yeah, I like In-N-Out. I'm big Mexican. I like pizza. I've been to crayons. Man, this is too hard for me. This is too hard. Dude, this is so challenging. I don't know how to get it. I can't. Alright. I can't even anymore. Too hard. I don't even know what a twistable is. If I wasn't a teacher, what would you be? Ooh, that's a good question. Probably it would still be in science-y kind of stuff. Maybe like something like psychology. I think like evolutionary psychology is interesting. Like how did humans evolve to interact with each other the way they did? And like how did in the way our brains work and all of the stuff around like current issues that we have, like why is there so many mental disorders and like mental problems that people have in our current society? I think a lot of it has to do with because we live in such a weird sort of state of affairs that our brain hasn't really evolved to handle. Like I think our brain has evolved in a situation in which you don't have like cities and hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people crammed in these small areas where you don't really know anyone. You're seeing strangers every day. It's kind of like bizarre because I think our brains evolved in situations where we kind of knew everyone we saw every day. We were like close with. We lived in like small groups, and so I wonder if a lot of what we experience with like mental health is related to the fact that our brains just, and our psychology and our emotions didn't evolve in a situation that we find ourselves in, because this is all so new. We didn't live like this for this is all like in the last couple hundred years, right? And evolution takes millions of years, or at least thousands. So to me, that would be like interesting to study, research, learn about, try and figure out, just so if we can figure out what state how our brains best interact and what the conditions they evolved in, we could like help a lot of people who have real issues. I think a lot of like depression and anxiety is related to living in a very unusual kind of way that our brains were like, what the heck is going on here? Especially now with like social media, it's a whole different way to interact that of course our brains aren't like evolved to handle, to cope with that. It makes no sense. Alright, this is like a dead area. No one's playing. I don't know. Alright, I think I'm done with this one. That was fun while it lasted. But it's too bad. I'm not good enough at it to really enjoy it right now. So, let's see, what do I want to do? I might call it quits. Tonight. Getting a little bit sleepy. I just ran out of tea. Somebody, you just had a venti diabetes drink. Yeah, I'm sure your body's handling that really well. Should you take APES or physio next year? I would say it really depends on what you're interested in. They're very different. If you enjoy learning about health, nutrition, the human body, go the physio route for sure. If you have any interest in that, how can you be healthier? How all the different systems in the body work, all that stuff, definitely go the route of physio. If you, on the other hand, are more interested in an environment, like all the problems that are being created with human activities like mining, burning of fossil fuels, overuse of resources like overfishing, all that kind of stuff, and how humans are impacting the environment and that kind of thing, go the route of APES. I think it's really dependent on what you're more interested in. They're both equally interesting in their own way. So that's basically a call that you have to make based on just what you find yourself gravitating more towards as far as a topic, your inherent interests. Anch, in class you mentioned that DNA replication wouldn't appear on the quiz. However, 3A, it asks about DNA replication. Will this appear on the quiz? No. It will not. I'm just going to ask about the structure of DNA and how it relates to protein synthesis. All right, Yannicka, have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. I'll see you tomorrow at tutorial. All right, this is what I want to play. I'm going to play a couple games of this, I think, before I call it a night. Play Arms Race. I'm not sure what Arms Race is, Tristan. Arms Race, is that one of the game modes? I was gonna play Danger Zone. I've been really enjoying that game mode, that like battle royale style game mode. Me and Mr. Penn have been playing that a lot lately. So I was gonna probably pop in and play a couple games of those. I'm gonna text Mr. Penna and see if he wants to play. Alright, Arms Race? Where is it? I don't see... Oh, here it is. Arms Race. Race your way through a selection of secret weapons. A fast-paced mode focusing on extra stealth. I've never played this game mode. Let's try it. Let's see how it works. Bye, Meenakshi. Thanks for stopping in. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't stay up too late studying. Get some sleep.
Let's roll.
Is the flu still going around? I don't know. I haven't heard of anyone who's had the flu recently. Oh God. Crazy psycho. Yes, I do remember you. Of course. Am I gonna have to kick you? Are you gonna get crazy? Wait, this is demolition? Wait, what happened? I don't understand. I don't even know what I'm playing now. I removed. What do you mean I removed? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what happened. I removed. I don't. How can you remove the game mode that you clicked on? Dude. I don't understand what just happened. Oh, I see. I see what happens. I unchecked. I get what I did. I didn't realize. I thought I had selected the game mode, but I unchecked it. Bye, Arushi. Thanks for stopping in.
Let's roll.
Alright, so you start with an MP7. Dude, this gun's terrible. Oh, what? That was such a headshot, dude. 97 and 3 hits? Give me a break with that. What do you mean, are you in trouble, crazy psycho? Why would you be in trouble? Why would you be in trouble? What have you done? Should you be in trouble? Besides what you did last time? But I can't get you in trouble because I don't know who you are. Got him. Keep moving. Oh. So, every time you die, you restart back to the baseline? Oh no, see, now I have the MP5. The MAC-10? I disagree, sir. I feel like the MAC-10 is substantially worse than the MP5. I'm actually a really big fan of the MP5. TBH. Oh damn, got M4. Alright, now. The flute is going around, Charlie? Okay. Oh my god. Oh, the guy's got a sniper. He's just camping right now. Look, crazy psycho. I don't know who you are. I cannot do much to find out much more. Jeez. Oh, now I got an AK. Oh! I don't know what you mean by in trouble. What is in trouble? Like, what does in trouble mean? In trouble. That's such a funny phrase to me. Am I in trouble? I mean, I would have a conversation with you and like kind of want to figure out what makes you decide to do those things. But like in trouble? Like, would you be punished? I mean, if having a conversation with me and me just trying to figure out what's going on is punishment, then I guess. Dude, I hate the AK-47 to be H about it. Alright, Mr. P is going to play with me a little bit. Would it be an angry conversation, I guess? I mean, not angry. I don't get angry. I'm not a person that gets angry. It would just be like, probably like, just figuring out a little bit about what's going on. And then, see what your response is. It would depend on your response. I can't really say unless I've had the conversation with you. I'm a reasonable man. Okay, that's what you have to understand about me. I'm a reasonable dude. I don't get angry very often. You know, I don't try and let my emotions get out of hand. I try and keep things in check. Oh, I hate the Mag-7. Would there be consequences? It would depend.
GG.
I mean, you weren't behaving in a way that I would say is appropriate for an office hour stream. You know what I mean? So like, in that sense, I would probably have to like think a little bit about what I would know. I'd have to think about it. I would say it'd probably start with a conversation, and if it happened again, then maybe there'd be consequences. Alright, looks like Mr. P is ready. Time for me to switch my headphones to a different set if we're going to play, if we're going to get serious about this, if Mr. Penev and I are going to get real serious. Is this the right one? All right. All right. No personal questions. I'm not answering personal questions. All right. So no personal questions. Let's go different directions with the chat. So I think what we'll do is just go ahead and just say these kind of questions I don't really need to answer. So all right. He wants to do whatever. Okay. How do I do the voice chat thing with him? Yeah. What up?
Ready to go?
I am. I'm thinking we do just jump straight in.
Let's do it.
Hopefully the wait times aren't crazy long. So I'm just finishing up the stream, so I'm still streaming on the end of the office hours. I figure we play a couple games, and then maybe I'll stop streaming.
Good to me.
Maybe we could play some adult games together.
I wonder what your students will think that means.
Well, it means it doesn't mean what they think it means, I guess. So you got a solo win?
I got a solo first, yeah. I had to kill a few people. But I think I kind of looked out and spawned in an area where I was all by myself and ended up getting some good gear. Caught a few people by surprise. It's like shot them in the back. And then at the end, I was in a place where I was safe and the person was in the danger zone and they had to come towards me and they pretty much just ran down this super long road and I had an M4 and I just sniped them from pretty much like across the map.
Nice. I got one solo win too, but I was lucky too. I only had to kill like one person to get the win. Like I was by myself most of the game.
Felt good. I was getting nervous. It's like I was so close. I wanted it. So is it test week? I noticed that
It's a quiz tomorrow.
okay, and Miss Lerner is also doing live streams, so I thought maybe this is
That's true. She is.
class wide.
I don't think anyone else is doing anything like that. I think it's just me and her tonight. Mr. Chang, you could, yeah, you're an adult. You've definitely graduated for what, 2 years now? You've been graduated. You could technically join. And yes, I can see who is viewing my stream. Yeah, I can't see right now. All I see is numbers, but I don't see like individuals. Actually, I don't even know if I have the ability to see who is actually watching. That's a good question.
If you go to participants,
Participants?
I don't know if that will tell you everybody who's here or
No, I think
people have
participants
said
are just
something.
people that have chatted.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Let's shoot some people in the face.
All right.
Oh man, there's no warm up.
No warm up. Straight into it. Oh yeah, you were class of 2018, so that means that you were. Oh, that's just
radio
last year.
military.
Yeah. Radio military.
Military radio. A couple things. See, parachute, my favorite.
Ammo.
Worry about breaking your legs.
Nice. 5.7 right off the bat. What's up, Mahati? You got a bio question? What is is a genetic mutation only caused during DNA replication, or can it be caused during protein synthesis too? I mean, theoretically, you could. There could be a mutation during transcription. So, like when the RNA polymerase is making an mRNA copy of the gene, it's possible that it makes a mistake and accidentally does a substitution or deletion or some kind of mutation. But it's not as big of a deal if that happens, because that's just one single mRNA molecule, and the cell is going to make a lot of them from the same gene. So even if it does happen, it's not that serious. Whereas if you actually have a mutation during DNA replication, now that gene is permanently changed, and every mRNA that you make from it will be incorrect. So yeah, it's possible, but the repercussions of it are actually not that bad in comparison. What's up, Gita? Late to the stream.
Somebody's outside.
Let's see where.
Oh man,
you got hit?
there were like 4 people outside.
4?
Yeah.
All right. Did you loot out the whole military or radio building? Okay.
And had an auto shotty, but I ended up getting blasted.
Buy some armor and save up for the P90 maybe.
You might have a few people coming in here. So I was just beyond that concrete fence.
Yeah.
Wall.
Oh, is that my drone? I'm just going to chill here for a little bit, because I feel like I'm surrounded right now. Oh, I blew that big time. Wide open headshot on that guy. Shoot, okay, there's 2 of them there. This guy way down there, okay, he's disappearing. This game mode is all about stealth, basically.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely a guy.
6 enemies remaining. Introducing new supplies to the experiment.
It's cheap.
Yeah, it's worth it because ammo's 1,000.
Price, yeah.
But I should buy P90 and get the ammo for the P90. No one's around me. This
Looks
is
like you're by yourself.
gonna be a drop right there.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I should have saved the ammo for this. Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
4
Get in the
enemies
house.
remaining. 4 enemies
Behind you.
remaining.
There's a guy in the
3
house.
enemies remaining.
I think he's on the second floor.
Yeah, he is. He's above me. For sure, he's above me.
And you only have six rounds.
I'm waiting for him to come down the stairs. Got it.
2 enemies remaining.
Oh.
There's your ammo. You better run. Don't let it
Dude,
catch
come
you.
with me. Shoot, shoot. Dude, are you kidding me right now with this? They're biting that kids.
Somebody's above you there.
Oh. Where was he?
He was above you.
Was
Third
he?
place, our favorite.
Yeah, third is basically. Oh, he was up in that window. Third is basically our spot.
Get him next time.
Yeah.
Oh, some good headshots in there. Good job.
How do I remove a person from... Oh, I just do that. Put a user on timeout. You've been put on timeout. How do I hide this user on channel? I don't know what even that means. Hide user on this channel.
I don't know.
It's only
Block
300-second
and report
timeout.
him.
But well, report is not really what a block. Like, I just want to block. So maybe hide user on channel. This user's messages will be hidden. There we go. That makes sense. That's what I wanted. Yeah, that was getting a little bit out of hand. A little bit.
Crazy psycho.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation. I don't think there's a ban, but you just hide. You can hide their text. Which would be funny if they kept typing, like they see their text come up in the chat, but no one else.
Mm-hmm.
They
That would be the best.
they just don't understand why no one's responding to them. What up, Rayon? We were just talking about crayons earlier. I was talking about how I used to eat crayons when I was a kid. I had a real issue.
It's Ryan. He's in this learner's first period, I think.
Is he? Rayon? Is it Rayon or Rayon? I always say Rayon because it rhymes with crayon. You have a question. What's your question? It is kind of weird that I used to eat crayons. I don't eat crayons anymore. Although I was saying that I do once in a while indulge on my cheat days. It's my cheat food. I'll go deep on a pack of Crayolas.
You don't. At least you're not going. You're not stinging yourself. You know.
No.
With the good stuff.
I go and I go with the those giant packs.
Let's roll.
All right. I don't know what devil dog is, Mr. Chang. The devil dog. I feel like I don't always get all of your references, your military references. Although that might not be a military reference, I just assume because it's like always the references you make. Bye, Mahati. Thanks for stopping in.
Man, no time to warm up at all.
Yeah, these games are going quick now.
Where are we going? Same place? Different place?
Why don't we go Ferry Boardwalk? Or you can go gas station or wherever you want.
Gas station sounds good.
Let's see. It says that the nitrogen bases such as ATCG are part of a nucleotide. Nucleotide makes up DNA. DNA wraps around histones, making nucleosomes. Bunches of nucleotide chromosomes, and that makes chromosomes. That is true. What you just typed out is correct. Is that a question?
Is that you fighting with the auto turret?
It was just an auto turret popped on there.
Oh, my favorite weapon, dude.
Which one?
MP5 with the silencer.
Nice. Dude, I love the MP5. That's legit. You got it early on. SMG.
And then ammo for $500.
Sweet.
Proceed to safety. The first wave of missiles are incoming.
So Rayon, yeah, that is all true. What you just typed out. Is there are you have a question about that or? Oh dang, it's an auto turret over there.
We should kill it.
Just sitting out on like
Ammo behind it.
it does. It does. The problem is
You just charge it and hammer it.
it's too far away to charge.
Okay.
Actually, I got it
Where
now.
is it?
I got it. I was able to sneak up behind it.
There's a rifle over here. Oh, two guys. My location, they're in the water. So you're looking to your south.
Oh, I see him. They're in the water now. Oh, I got knocked. I did some decent damage to one of them though. Nice. Nice. Rayon, a bunch of clarification. Is that Mr. PIC? Yes, it is Mr. Penev. Playing a little CSGO with him right now. So you just need a clarification on that? Any particular part of that? I mean, you wrote it out in a pretty clear way. I mean, what you wrote out is spot on.
Did you grab the ammo?
No, I didn't. I didn't have time.
So, I'll try to get it. Where was it?
Right to your right, behind you.
Oh,
Up there.
that little island?
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, they added a battle royale mode. It's pretty fun. Mr. P and I have been playing a lot lately. It's very challenging, very different than Fortnite, where it's like you don't have an abundance of weapons and gear. It's more strategic. They're really ammoing up that thing.
And the thing eats ammo.
It's true. Yeah, CSGO is free now. They changed it to free, I think, at the start of 2019.
Right.
And then they added the Battle Royale mode at the same time that they made it free. Which is weird because it's like, I remember I had to buy this game back in the day, so.
Oh, another silenced weapon. Love these.
Nice.
There's a guy coming up here. There. Drone. Bring something. It's kind of far.
Yeah, you're kind of isolated right now. Wow, there's still 10 people left. Let's see.
A lot of gunfire.
DNA replication. Does DNA polymerase make a new strand of DNA complementary to the strands that it reads? Yes. Complementary meaning opposite base pairs, yeah. So the DNA polymerase is going to read that strand, and as it reads it, it's going to match up the complementary base and create a new strand on the opposite side. And then that's how you get a new double-stranded sequence of DNA. Yeah, and it's the same with RNA, except T replaced with U. Yep. Also, and it's not DNA polymerase that's doing it, it's RNA polymerase, just a different enzyme. Ooh, maybe grab that, that loot, that drop. Ooh, only 4 enemies left. Oh, I saw someone to your left, I think, running on the road. No, like behind you now. Like to your right a little bit. I can't really.
I didn't see him.
Like behind the to your right, like on the main road in front of these buildings. I think they were running towards that loot drop. Yeah, you might see him if you peek over the roof here. Oh, did you see him?
Oh.
Yeah, he's in there. Oh, 2 of them. Ooh, you could have shot that keg. Careful, they might have a sniper. You did some decent damage.
Took some health off him.
Yeah, but he might have a med kit. They might be trying to charge you.
Probably.
Oh, there. Oof.
not for long it's ranged.
Oh, wow. That guy's ready for you. I thought you were going to get the drop on him there.
Yeah. Get him next time.
He heard you open that door.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Just to clarify, transcription is where RNA polymerase, with the help of promoters, start making complementary strands of mRNA to the DNA. This DNA was opened up by a protein called helicase. Yeah, that sounds about right to me, man. Pretty good. Although, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure if helicase opens up
helicase
DNA and
is only when you're replicating DNA. When you're just making RNA polymerase is the only thing.
That's right. That's what I thought.
In the whole thing.
Yeah, so helicase is not involved in transcription, just in DNA replication.
Yeah.
Cool.
RNA polymerase is the real MVP.
Do double duty. 2 jobs at once.
Mm-hmm. That would have been a perfect spot for a sniper up on that roof.
Oh yeah, if you had a...
I mean, in that particular situation.
Well, in that situation, or if you just had any gun that had range. The MP5 is not a ranged weapon for, like, so you just... Because that guy did not see where you were for a while.
That's the only good thing about it, is that it's quiet. I could have even used the pistol.
Oh.
Pinged him a couple times.
I wonder if the pistol would have been better in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's roll.
Translation is when this strand of mRNA is read by ribosomes and rRNA to produce different proteins. Ribosome starts at a start codon, and each codon codes for amino acid, which is brought to the ribosomes by the tRNA. Yeah, that's pretty much right on.
I got a minute.
So what opens up the DNA so that the protein synthesis that a gene codes for could occur? The RNA polymerase itself does that. So the RNA polymerase acts as the unzipper, so to speak.
Oh man, that guy headshot me from super far away.
Getting into a boxing match. Oh, I just got KO'd by Jason.
Jason Bourne. At it again. That is correct, Ryan. Where are we going? Overlook?
Okay.
Lifts,
Yeah, let's try up there. I haven't been up here before. Actually, no, we have been up there before. Delta.
Ask Ryan when he's gonna sing again. I don't know if he can hear me or not.
He should be able to hear you when he's gonna sing again.
Mr. P Dog. Yeah, man, he was the freshman that sang at was it homecoming or whatever they were doing the skits. He's got a voice.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Now it's connecting the dots.
And I think there's somebody here. I got nothing. A pistol.
The first wave of missiles are about to be fired.
I might have to
Got
just
a hammer.
straight up buy a pistol this round.
Ammo box over here. See if I can find a weapon for it. Not yet. Dude, I'm just gonna have to buy.
Yeah, I just bought a pistol.
That's such a waste of money.
Oh, there's a
What you got?
there's a guy down here, straight ahead of
You
me.
wanna go hammer him?
I'm waiting on a pistol, but
I see him. Oh, I see him. There's two.
all right, my pistol's here.
They definitely have weapons. They're going towards my ammo box.
Okay.
Well, it's,
All right, I'm gonna get. There's an ammo box in here. I'm gonna grab. Should we just avoid him? You think right now?
we should just avoid him until I'm getting a weapon right now.
Okay.
Should avoid him for the moment. I don't have armor. I don't have a weapon.
You practice singing an hour a day. Nice. I do remember being impressed by not only your singing, but just by the fact that you had the
Right.
courage to sing in front of the entire school. It's not easy to do.
Should we go in there and get these guys now?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're coming out. They're coming out.
Where are they at?
Yeah, they're in here. They're just peeking. Gosh, them. They might try to come out the backside.
So that they're trapped in there, right? If they,
Yeah.
are you looking at the?
I forgot where
Oh,
the other entrance or exit.
I straight up just fell.
Okay.
Do you want to try and pincer them?
Yeah, I just can't remember where the exit is. Like the frickin'
Oh, what the? Where did he hit me from? Why didn't it show me the replay?
I think it'll show you once you're at one time dead.
Oh. Be careful, dude. Like, I don't even know. I got in there and he shot me from somewhere. I didn't see where he shot me from. There must be like to your up. Oh, maybe he was on that rail there.
Yeah, that's where he was probably. I hear them in there.
All right, Mr. Chang. See you later.
They already came out. Huh? They ran out. Come over here. Oh, there he is. Oh, they got him.
Oh, call me coach is on a tear.
That guy got them both.
What up, Edgar? Oh, jeez. It's a free fall. Oh, God. Dude, if you hadn't run out of ammo, you had just, like, nice opportunity there.
I wanted to hammer some guy.
Oh, man. Alright, I think I'm going to call it quits on the stream. But, alright, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream for the night. Appreciate everybody. Later.
Good night, stream.
Forget how to end it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, wait, you have one last question? Oh, you have this question. What? I don't know what that means, dude. Different moral debates? I'm not sure. I don't think that applies to my class, so I don't know how to answer that one. Sorry. Alright. Goodbye.